Hey guys!
Welcome back to Forward Farming.
Holy cow, summer's over. How are you?
Good. I'm just hold on. I gotta adjust my. It won't let me adjust. Okay. I don't know if that changed it. It was really loud in my ears. Hi. I'm good. What a journey we've had to get this episode recorded.
I mean, it wouldn't be an episode if we didn't have some struggles along the way, so welcome back to
That's
Bless
true.
This Mess.
Are we Are we starting a new season, or was that
Second
just a
half,
summer
second
break?
half, yeah, that was just a summer break. New season started at the beginning of the year. Make it easier for myself.
Okay, so we're on like season 4.5,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we
Right.
still don't have our shit together. So
No,
there's that.
no. I mean, it doesn't help that we switched oh God, I'm dropping stuff. We switched our recording platforms and it should be easier, but why would it be easier?
It would probably be easier if we didn't use Apple products. I think that's probably our main thing, but
Well, my laptop is not an Apple product. It's just
oh,
I need to back them. I need to back some things up on my hard drive, so it's not so slow. That's a me problem.
yeah. Sounds like a problem for maybe next week, but probably not.
Yeah, it'll be a problem for like Christmas, and then I'll still forget about it. Anyway, how are things going?
Good. Good. Kids are back in school already, which is wild. Like it's September. I don't really know when that happened, but
Right.
just a lot of changes this year.
Just a little. Are you I feel like I haven't purposely talked to you about it so we could talk about it on the podcast, but how's your job going?
Good. Good. It's weird like being on the other side of things. Just from dairy farming to like now being in like the sales part of selling milk and stuff like that. So it's a lot to learn, but it's been fun so far, and I kind of like having the experience that I have. Like sometimes I wish I had more sales experience, just because I don't always know how to like. I don't know. I don't have sales experience. Like, I guess that's the easiest way to put it. But I do have the experience in dairy farming. So, like, if you need to be sold on milk, I can do that. I just have to figure out how to,
Approach it.
yeah, without being like a crazy dairy farmer, I guess. But
So, is it a little bit easier to ask the question, what does a typical day look like for you now?
not right now, no. So when I started, it was kind of fair season. So Prairie Farms goes to a lot of fairs and like has booths and stuff like that. So the week after, I think I had 1 week in the office just kind of training, and then the week after that was Dubuque County Fair. So I was working the booth at that. It was super fun. Like it was just we had a booth. We were selling milk, just talking to consumers, like answering questions and stuff like that. So that was really fun. Fairs are just right up my alley because I'm used to being at them, so like I'm comfortable at them. Um, so then I think I had like another week maybe of training, and then it was Wisconsin State Fair, and that was really fun too. We had a big booth, like just they had a really good crew of people working and stuff, so it was just fun. Um, so then State Fair ended, and then I just kind of been working in the office. I also went up to so World Dairy Expo is end of September, beginning of October every year, and I never really knew that they had this portion of it, but like I know Expo as a really big cow show, really big trade show, stuff like that. Well, they also have a products contest.
Mm.
So they have, I mean, you can send it in all over I think I mean, I would assume it's world, but country. I don't know how it works, like sending a perishable item from somewhere else in the world. But so I was working up at the products contest 2 weeks ago, I think now, and it was mind blowing. Like they just had so many products, like, and the first day I was kind of helping count the scores up and stuff, and then the second day I was helping at one of the judges' tables, and they were judging cottage cheese. The one class of just like plain cottage cheese. They had like 27 samples in it. And so they had to like I don't I don't know how they do it. I don't
Ugh,
think I'd be able to be a judge. I know,
that's a
right?
lot
Like
of cottage cheese.
yeah, not that they were eating it, but like they had to judge it all and I was like, "How do you even?" And he's like, "Actually, cottage cheese is like there's good cottage cheese and there's bad cottage cheese. Like it's, you know." And then like with fluid milk and stuff, I'm like, it's white milk. Like, how do you
Yeah.
judge white milk? But apparently, they're just they have better palates than I do, and they can tell weird things. But it was really cool to see just all the products, and then there was like an innovation class, which was really cool. Just like the random products that people are coming up with and stuff. So it was really fun. I really enjoyed that. Now things are getting a little bit more normal, I think. I have like one more week, I think, in the office that I'm kind of working on some stuff, and then I'm gonna go start to see stores. So my my normal week, I think, will be like half traveling to stores and seeing customers, and then half in the office helping out with some stuff. So I haven't made it to that point yet, but that's what we keep talking about someday.
So are you just going to grocery stores? Are you going to like different like smaller stores and trying to get into smaller stores, or what is like your sale goal?
So one thing that's kind of nice, and with sales, like I would never, well, I shouldn't say never because I might have to at some point, but like sales in like the dairy industry when you have to like if you're selling feed or something and you have to like cold call farmers all the time trying to get more business and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would be good at that. Like
That's hard.
yeah, especially with farmers, but so with the stores, like we're already established, like relationships are established, so it's more so of keeping the relationships good and like helping them out when they have any issues that come up and stuff like that and new product placement and things like that. So um I'm sure like new customers will come along, but it's not like I'm going to be like going to random stores all the time. I have quite a few grocery stores, some like Walmart's, Piggly Wiggly's, stuff like that, and then a lot of independently owned stores. And can you hear the
They're back.
knocking? Uh, please stop. I don't even know who it is. Um, they're not
Probably
walking.
Joey.
They're just knocking. Probably. No, I told him. He was like, "Did you feed cows yet?" I said, "No. You're feeding them at 8:30 with the kids so that I can record a podcast." That's what we're doing today.
Bless him.
Um. So yeah, it's a lot of grocery stores in independent stores, like gas stations, pretty much anyone that carries Prairie Farm products. So
Cool.
yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Everything's going well. You like it? Are you happy with the change?
I think so, yeah. Especially for like family life stuff like that. It's just everything's a little bit easier. Um, I don't have to wake up at the butt crack of dawn. Less stressful. I think that's been a like mental health has been a big thing that, and a lot of people have said that too. They're like, "You just seem so much happier, Becca," and I was like, I look, I love dairy farming. I loved everything about it, but this shit's hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard on your mental health, especially when milk prices are shitty and things are stressful. Um, so it's always gonna be hard to like know that I don't want to say I walked away from it, but it's gonna be hard knowing that. But I think at the same time, we've still got our farm here. I've still got like some of my cows here and stuff like that. So it makes up for it. And I think just family life and financial situation, I guess, is just gonna be easier. So I won't regret that.
And your sleep schedule too. I'm sure that helps having like a consistent, just more consistent schedule. Are you working like 9 to 5 now?
It kind of depends on the day. Like I basically have been dropping the kids off at school at 7:30 and then I start my day. So whether that be going to a store or going into the office, and then I pick them up at 4:30. So it's I'm sure some days will be like longer, especially if I have to travel up to like Cross or something like that. But for right now, like on a normal day where I'm around this area, I'm still picking the kids up and dropping them off, which is really nice. I've been really accommodating with that. Like I mean, obviously, I have 3 kids, and it was one of those things from the beginning. I was like, I'm gonna have to like they come first, like,
Yeah,
but
that's a
they've been really good about that.
non-negotiable.
Yeah, I went through the having to leave before they were awake, and I don't want to have to do that every day anymore. So,
How much ground are you covering when you travel? Are you all in Wisconsin or do you have to go into other states? Like, are you mostly the western
um,
side of Wisconsin? Like, what's your territory look like?
yeah, Western Wisconsin, and then a little bit into Illinois. I've got like Galena, Illinois, which is, I mean,
Not
15
that
minutes from my
far. Yeah.
house. Yeah, so it's fine. But yeah, Western Wisconsin. I think I go up. Is Altoona a
Mm-hmm.
city?
Yep.
Okay, I think that one's my farthest place away that I have to go, Altoona, and then yeah, all the way down. Um, Not quite to Madison. I think maybe some Madison stores. I don't know. We've got an Eastern Wisconsin. I'm working with my hands here. We have an Eastern Wisconsin sales rep too, so like
Yeah. I
we kind
suppose
of just split
Madison's
the
kind of
state.
like the split difference. That would make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's been eye-opening.
How
And like
how's
people
a
say that,
wardrobe change been?
oh my gosh. So far it hasn't been like terrible. I found some like comfy clothes. Like I haven't bought anything that's like uncomfy because obviously but like some mornings I'm just like sitting looking in the closet. I'm like, when I used to be able to just put jeans and a sweatshirt on, like that was really nice. But we have like polos, prefer polos and stuff. So anytime I like just don't feel like doing anything, I put a polo on and
It
call it
works.
good.
Yep.
I just ordered have you heard of, I think it's like Halara?
What
No.
is it?
It's a clothing store.
Oh, okay.
They were popping up in my Instagram ads.
Oh, you fell for an Instagram ad.
I'm such a sucker for Instagram ads. I think it's Halara. It's something with an H, but they have uh like comfy clothes, but they also can look like work clothes, if that makes sense. Um anyways, so they had I could wear like leggings as long as I have a long shirt on or long cardigan or whatever. So they had some leggings on sale, and I got a pair of like, I don't know, just comfy looking pants. So I'm all about the comfortable dress clothes.
Interested to hear if it's a scam or not. Have you gotten anything from them before?
No. But I've seen it a lot, so I feel like we'll see. I'll keep you updated.
Would like a full style review once you get everything in? Try on haul? Is that what the kids are calling?
Yeah, you probably won't see that from me, but maybe I'll send it to you via Snapchat.
Yeah, do a
I'll let you know.
Snapchat fashion show. I'm very much looking forward to this.
I also was on Hey Dude. They were having like a Labor Day sale or whatever, and so I had to get some new ones for the kids just because they're so nice for school. And they were $17.
That's not bad.
No, so if Porter needs some, it might still be going on since it's Labor Day. Anyway, so I was like getting them for that, and then I just happened to like look at the women's ones. I was like, I don't really need any more, but I do wear them to work a lot, which is nice. Yeah, they had cow print Hey Dudes. No, you cannot. They
I really hope that picks up for everyone else.
Mom, can I come in?
No. Let me sleep for the love of God.
Oh,
So you got the
and he
cow print
busts in.
shoes?
So I got cow print Hey Dudes, but
Good.
I could. Can you hear her? Anyways, so yeah, we're just living here, just living. Anyways,
As it should be.
yeah. How are you? How's your yeah, anything? How's the marsh?
Good. We are gearing up for harvest in like 2 weeks. I think we're starting our early stuff the 18th of September. We're going to be rocking and rolling for a couple weeks and then have a little break at the end of September and then pick up again full speed the beginning of October all the way through. It's hot. It's dry. It's a very dry summer, which is okay, but we're running low on water, which is not okay. So that's fun. We've been having to turn our wells on to fill our ponds so we have enough water for irrigation and for harvest coming up. So I also talked to Dan because this came up, I don't know, before the break about what happens if you run out of water
Oh, yeah.
during harvest. So apparently this has happened once before back, I want to say, probably like 40 years ago, I think. My grandma said that the ponds were so dry that you could walk across them. Like they were dry. So you would fill up one bed, and then as soon as you were done picking fruit up out of it, you would have to run a pump from bed to bed and just like reuse the same water for everything. So
Oh
it was
my
just
gosh.
like, bloop, bloop, bloop. You had to go super slow and do one at a time. So we're not that bad right now, but it's still very dry, and we don't have rain in the forecast for like the next 10 days. So I think yesterday was our hottest day, and today it's supposed to be in the upper 90s still. Yesterday was like 100 some, and today it's
Was
supposed
it
to be
really?
like,
Wow.
yeah, today it's supposed to be like 93, I think, and then it's supposed to be in the 60s for a high by like Wednesday. So if you don't like the weather in Wisconsin, just wait a week.
No doubt. I
Yeah,
think
so
yesterday was in the 90s here, but I
it
think
was,
today's supposed to be the hottest, and then
is it?
come Wednesday, it's going to cool down. But it's not humid, though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
like humid. It's like getting a nice hug and then your skin just feels nicer and oh, I love humid weather.
actually, humid's probably better for the berries, right? Like, because it does it help
No,
with the water at all, or no?
not necessarily. It kind of makes it worse. So the way that the fruit grows,
You
they
keep
grow,
talking. I'll be right back.
okay, the fruit grows underneath the vines, or like there's foliage on top of the berries. So when it gets hot and humid, all of that extra moisture and humidity just kind of stays trapped in the vines, and then it sometimes cooks the fruit so it starts getting soft and mushy. So when it comes time to harvest that fruit is considered like not acceptable, so we don't get paid for any soft fruit. So like when harvest rolls around and we send our fruit in, we harvest everything, send it into the ocean spray plant, and then it gets dumped into one big pool, and then all of that fruit is sorted, and they test it based off of the color and then based off of the firmness as well. So any fruit that doesn't meet those standards just gets thrown out, and you only get paid for the fruit that's like fully accepted. So no, we don't like it when it's hot and humid, and if it's going to be super hot when we are harvesting, we have to like hurry up and harvest so that fruit isn't sitting in the water and getting soft and mushy when it's so hot. And we can't let it sit in a trailer for too long when it's so hot, because then there's like water. Oh, Winnie's back. So there'll be water in the trailer, and then that can cook the fruit too. So we like to be quick and efficient when we do our early harvest, just to get everything in before it starts to go bad.
Riveting information. Oh, hi. I'm back. Oh, perking.
Purring. She's a happy
Um,
goyle.
someone let Gracie in the house, and then she must have heard Joey on the side by side, and so she's like
Oh,
just barking,
she's
barking,
just
so much
she's just
barking.
excited. Yeah. I
She's
was
yeah, she was like, "Why
doing
am I in the house?"
I was doing a yoga flow this morning inside the house while everyone else was sleeping, and I punted the cat like accidentally, but kind of really hard when I was doing leg circles. So I'm surprised she's back with me because I punted her like across the room. Poor Winnie. She just had her 10th birthday a couple weeks ago, so
Aw.
old girl isn't as bouncy as she used to be.
You kicked two lives out of her this
I
morning.
I probably did. She's probably down to like 3 at this point. So she Porter had his birthday on Sunday. Winnie had her birthday on Tuesday, and then Dan had his birthday on Friday, all the same week. So knock them out. It was a busy
That is,
week.
I mean, yeah, kind of nice.
It was. It was very stressful, but it was nice. Get it all over
Yeah,
with.
your cake turned out good though.
Thank you. I was very stressed about it. I made a banana minion cake for Porter's birthday, And I was fully expecting it to look awful, but I watched a YouTube video on how this lady made hers like 8 times. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to actually pay attention and follow directions. And it turned out okay. So, who would have thought if you just read the directions and followed the steps for something instead of just winging it, it sometimes turns out? It's
Minor.
fine. Minor details. It's fine.
Well. I feel like we were gonna do an introduction or like a reintroduce ourselves. Now that we've just talked about our lives for a while. If you're new here, hi.
Hi. I'm Amber. I'm the blonde one. And Becca's a brunette one. If you want to like see our faces, like put the voice to the face, you can watch us on YouTube sometimes when the internet allows. Or you can head over to our Instagram and creep on us over at Forward Farming Podcast. It's a good place. Becca's over, her Instagram handle is beccahilby. I'm over at cranberrychats. If you want to follow along, that'd be great. If not, that's fine too. We're just happy to have you here.
Please.
But please.
Um,
So yeah, let's do a quick little reintroduction. I feel like we try to do one every year or so.
yeah, it's been a while.
It has.
So I guess do you want to go first? You're probably less complicated than I am at this point.
It's the first time anyone's ever said that to me. Just kidding. Sure. My name is Amber. I'm a fifth generation.
Amber.
Hi. I'm a fifth generation cranberry grower in mind your own business, Wisconsin. Just kidding.
Not really.
But really, I don't like telling people where I live.
Western Wisconsin, you can say that.
West Central Wisconsin. I'm a paranoid person. I have a 2-year-old son named Porter, and my husband is Dan. And we've been married for almost 5 years now. He lives and works with me out on the marsh. He came into the family with no, Winnie's just laying here.
I can hear her purring.
Just rolling around. He had no prior farm knowledge before meeting me. So when we got married, he came and started working on the marsh, I think like a year and a half after we got married. So he's been out here for a couple of years doing everything, which has been fun. I I had a little catch in my throat. It's been great. I live surrounded by my family. I'm looking out at my grandma's house right now, and my parents live in my backyard, so it's nice to have them so close by. So if you are familiar working with family, I'm sure we can get along just fine. I don't know what else. My family farm has been in operation since 1918, which is pretty cool. So we started with just 11 acres of cranberries, and now today, get out of here, get your butthole. We have over 250 acres of just cranberries, so we don't farm anything else. We can't really grow anything else out here, which makes it nice for cranberries. If you want to learn more about cranberries, I think we have many episodes just related to cranberries. So dive through the archives and check that out. Or just follow me on Instagram. That'll probably be easier. But yeah, that's kind of my brief background. Distracted by my cat. Yeah, so I grow cranberries and I grow my kid, mostly my kid right now. Ever since I had Porter, ever since I got pregnant, I kind of took a step back on the marsh and have just been kind of doing the mom side of things, which has been an interesting transition. I think it's been very rewarding, but very difficult at the same time to take a step back. But I know it's just a temporary thing, and I'm not going to get these years back. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity to stay home and raise my child. And then I still work when I can. So like during harvest, I'll be working all of harvest. Anytime we're driving trucks, usually I get to drive dump truck around. Anytime that I'm needed, anytime that they need full force employee, I'm kind of back working. So it works out. And yeah, it's good. It's a new phase of life that's still difficult to adjust to, but we're making it work. So that's that's me. How about you?
This this too shall pass.
This too shall pass in a fiery tornado blaze because he's wild.
I feel that. Yeah.
Holy shit,
Hi.
he's crazy.
Jack is kind of in that phase too. He's just mind of his own. Mind of his
I Yeah, I feel like I picked a bad time to stop drinking, but here we are. It's great.
own. Hi, I'm Becca.
Hi, Becca.
Hi. Um, so I up until February I was a dairy farmer. Um, I guess just starting from like when I was younger, I didn't grow up on a farm. I don't come from like a multi-family generational farm or anything like that. I started 4-H when I was 9 years old, and some farmer came to our meeting and was like, "Hey, if you want to show cows, like come to the farm." I still have no idea why. Like, it's just one of those things. I wish I could remember like what we were going through when we started it, because it's like who's just like, yeah, okay, let's do that. Um, but anyways, yeah. So I started showing cows when I was 9 years old and just kind of fell in love with it. And throughout the years, I got a little bit more involved with 4-H and showing all over the place, dairy judging, dairy bowl, all the things. Just kind of grew my love for agriculture. And so then when I went to college, I went to UW Platteville and majored in animal science with the dairy emphasis. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I Before I like started college, I wanted to be a vet. I think like most egg kids, we just all think we can be
Mm-hmm.
vets, you know. And then I went to my first chemistry class freshman year, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be a vet. I barely got through that, and I was like, there's a lot more chemistry classes I'd have to get through for vet school, so it is what it is. But I once I was about to graduate, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And at the time, I was milking cows on a dairy in Platteville. And my boss at the time was like, they didn't raise the calves on the farm, but they wanted to bring them back and get them going. And he knew that I liked calves. And he's like, if you want to just stay here after school full time, like you could be our calf manager and just kind of build the program. And so I was dating my husband, Joey, at the time. Um, and so, like, obviously, I wasn't ready to move away because he is from around the area. He was never gonna leave. um, so I was like, yeah, okay, I'll try it out, see how it goes or whatever. Well, 14 years went by. I was the calf manager on the farm. Uh, Really good opportunity. I was able to, I mean, I kind of grew up there. Like, I started working there when I was, I would have been like 20 maybe. Um, so yeah, I was there for almost 14 years. I had my own herd on the farm. I just did a little bit of everything on the farm, which was it was really fun. It was nice. Went through a lot of highs and lows. Had my kids. I used to bring like when Sophia was born. I have three kids, I guess, if you're new. I have Sophia, she's 6. Joe is 4, and Jackson, our youngest, is 2. And so with Joe and Sophia, they both came out to the farm with me for like the first year. Um, and that was a lot. Farming with your kids is a lot.
It's hard.
It's so hard to like to do what you need to do, to feel like you're paying attention to both aspects of it. So hard. And when Jackson was born, I knew that I couldn't do it again. Like I just knew that it wasn't gonna work because Sophia was pretty easy, but like first kid, like it was just, I don't know, it was just easier. And then with Joe, it was fine, but like once it started to get cold out, that's when he went into daycare. So I think it was a little under a year. I think he was like 9 months when he went to daycare. And then with Jackson, I don't know. I felt bad, like guilty that I didn't want to bring him to the farm, but also I knew that I couldn't do it. But also at Jackson, like I had a lot of anxiety that kind of came to the top. Like I don't want to say he like broke me, but it was like that was like the last crack before I had to start seeing a doctor.
Yeah, you have a lot
Um,
of issues.
yeah.
And I mean that in the nicest way. Like you
No,
had some
yeah.
things.
Yeah, after Jackson was born, it was like I didn't want to do anything. And you don't I don't know, like you're tired obviously, but it was a lot. And like finally I think he was 2 or 3 months old and I was like, I need to talk to my doctor. Like I this is not okay anymore. So thankfully, like I think it would have been a lot worse if he was coming to work with me. It would have been a lot more stressful. But so Jackson went to daycare starting at 6 weeks. I think I brought him to work with me for like a week because I had to go back. My maternity leave was like a lot shorter than I anticipated because
Mm-hmm.
hashtag labor issues. But yeah, so I was able to grow a lot on the farm and just have a lot of new experiences. But this winter, I couldn't do it anymore. That's probably the easiest way to say it. And I don't know. I think part of it is the fact that I was on meds and like kind of uh I don't know how to put it, but I like knew that I didn't have to feel that way. And like so the meds helped, but I just knew that there was a lot of stress and a lot of things that were happening that I shouldn't have to deal with.
You
I
had
guess
an
is the
aha moment.
Yeah, I did. It was wild. I just I like knew, and I had thought about it more than once over the years. You know, you have bad days or you see another job opportunity come up and you're like, oh, maybe I should do that. And then it goes away. But this one, it didn't. It was just like, I knew that I had to leave.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild. I'll never be able to explain it. But, so yeah, I did that the beginning of January. It was like, right after the new year, I talked to my boss and I was just like, I gotta go. And he was super supportive the whole time. He was like, honestly, I'm surprised you didn't leave after you had Jackson. So, it was nice to, I think I didn't ever want to let him down because he did so much for me over, 14 years. So I think that was a big thing. I didn't want to let him down, but at the same time, I was like, tell me how long you want me to be here. I'll be here, until you find someone. So I stayed another month, and then kind of went through the process of selling cows, things like that. That was really hard too, just because you spend so much time like building this dream herd of yours, and then it's like, well, what are you gonna do? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want them to just go on another farm that I wasn't working at, and like, I don't know. I was like, what's the point of having cows if I'm not with them every day? So I sold a majority of them, and then I kind of was I don't want to say unemployed for a while, but I brought the rest of my animals home. We raise bottle calves, we raise steers. We've done direct to consumer beef sales for like 3 or 4 years now, so I wasn't walking away from farming forever, which I think made the transition a lot easier for me. But yeah, so I spent from February to maybe like May just kind of figuring out life, who I was, catching up on things um that I had kind of thrown off to the wayside and stuff like that, and just working on me essentially. Um and then I think it was in May that this job position kind of popped up. And so I went and interviewed and stuff. And long story short, they were like, we can't really hire someone until July, but like if you don't have anything else and like don't find anything else, or like if you do, we'll understand, but if you want to stick around and wait. And so yeah, I kind of took the rest, like another couple months to just be, I don't know, be present and like I don't know, I just got a lot of random things done. I started making the candles, which was really fun. Um, I haven't done that in a while just because it's been so hot and stuff like that. But um, yeah, it's just I found some new hobbies, I guess you could say, which was nice. And yeah, so anyways, now we're still raising. We've got piglets, we've got goats, the cows. So the cows that I have here yet, that we're still milking that I brought home are just nurse cows now. So we've got quite a few calves on them, which is nice. The calves do really well on them. It's a lot less labor for us.
Hmm.
It's just the cows eat a lot, obviously, but it's been nice. It's been fun, and now that we're kind of getting into the swing of things with school and stuff like that, it's I don't know. It's been nice. It's different, but overall, I think I'm just my mental health. I've been a lot happier. I was able to decrease my meds a little bit, which was nice. So yeah, now I'm just kind of working on me in my crunchy mom era. Scrunchy mom, not crunchy mom. I'm not a
Hmm.
crunchy mom.
No.
And yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
What has been kind of your biggest, I don't want to say life lesson, but what's something that you appreciate more now than you did this time last year? Is that a
Honestly,
is that a fair question?
yeah. I mean, I don't want to keep saying like mental health, but I just think if you're not happy doing something, obviously it's scary as hell to change to like I don't want to say I uprooted my life because I mean, but farming was all I knew. Like so in a way I did and it was scary and it was like I had a few days where I just cried cuz I'm like, wow, I made the biggest mistake ever. But looking back now, it wasn't a mistake and it was the best thing to do for not only my family but myself.
Hmm.
And it's hard to like put yourself first sometimes, but it was completely necessary. And so like on the days that I don't want to say regret leaving, but like on the days that I just like miss it and stuff, I really have to think back to like how I was and think about how far I've come and just know that there's more to life than what you think you're supposed to be doing. Does that make sense?
Hmm. Yeah, it's all like I think your biggest growth comes from living in the uncomfortable zone.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of opportunities when you feel uncomfortable. And it's okay to feel uncomfortable because that's where the growth and the magic happens. So I'm glad you got to go through that. And yeah, I totally agree that you seem much happier. You're just like taken down a notch. Just like your calmness is poking out a lot more and your happiness, like your genuine happiness is a lot more apparent than it used to be, which is cool to see.
Yeah.
So
It's and it
snaps.
snaps for Becca. It's something that I mean I did notice, but like not I don't know, not a lot, but every time I get like a message on Instagram or Facebook and something and someone else says that, I'm like, that is cool. For someone else to see what I maybe not always I don't always see it myself, but like for other people to notice it, that's got it that says something. So
Yeah. Yeah,
super cool.
you had a big 2023. That's exciting to see.
Yeah.
Yay!
Anyway, so should we do oh, we've been recording a long time. We talked a lot today.
Should we do what has been your favorite episode or two to date?
Oh boy.
Okay, who was your favorite guest and who what was like your favorite just regular episode?
Um okay, so I really enjoyed having Miss Wisconsin on,
Oh, it's gonna
obviously.
be fine.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's
So
fine.
you guys may know her as like Miss America. I don't know,
No
but
big deal.
we really need to. I need to message her. We need to get her back on as Miss
Yeah.
America. But we had Grace Stanky on. She was Miss Wisconsin. We had the opportunity to meet her last
In
November at
November.
Quick Trip, and she's just like she is so intelligent and
So
so
smart.
Oh my God. And she's like a nerd, but in the best way. Like
She
she's
went to school for
relatable.
nuclear engineering, and that's like her platform. She's so smart and so
So smart. But
kind.
like, yeah, she's amazing. So I really enjoyed just getting to meet her and then having her on the podcast.
Yeah, I think we talked to her like the week before Miss America, or like
Yeah.
2 weeks. It was like very soon before Miss
She was
America. It
like
was,
getting ready to go.
and as soon as we got done talking to her, I'm like, she's got it. She's gonna win. Like, no question. She's got this. So
She's
that's really
incredible.
cool.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that was probably one of my favorite guests. I mean, we've had a lot of great guests, so don't get me wrong.
Yes.
I also, now that I'm just kind of thinking about guests, I really enjoyed when we had the bee people, homesteaders in the hood.
Yes. Yes.
Is that what
Homestead. Yeah. Yes. Oh God, now I'm gonna feel bad.
I know.
We
Okay,
had beekeepers on, and that was like our first season, I think, right?
I don't remember, but bees are
So interesting.
incredible. That like you just think of bees as like something that like stings you every now and then, but bees are so smart. Like Emer's dying over here. They just I did not know anything about bees before our episode obviously, but bees are just very intelligent creatures and like the way that they do things. So that was
The way
really
that they just randomly sting. You know why you get stung, Becca? Because you're sweet as a flower.
oh, thanks. I don't know the last time I've been stung actually, so that hurts a little.
Bees are very interesting. We rent honeybees out on the marsh, and I just think they're the coolest things ever. And the way that different bees can pollinate differently is very interesting. So yeah, they have like backyard beekeeping in Colorado. Um, and yeah, they like rent out hives to their neighbors to keep on their property because in Colorado you can only have so many hives in your community or something like that. I don't know. It was a very interesting episode. We'll try to find it and relink it for you guys so you can check it out. But yeah, that was a good one. I feel bad for forgetting
Um,
about that.
Sorry, it was Matt and Sarah from Homestead in the Hood.
Yes.
Just to put that.
Yes.
I mean, I think I had that name right, but yeah, that was a really cool episode.
Oh my gosh. Did you see? I was just pulling up our podcast on Apple. We got a new review
What?
on June 1st. This is how often we get reviews. We haven't seen it since. Um, okay, I'm going to read it right now before I change my train of thought. It says, praise the Midwest girls. I'm a fellow Midwest farmer and love listening to your podcast. I've been since it started and never disappointed. I enjoy relating to farming, mothering, and everyday life challenges and successes. Thank you for keeping it real. Keep up the great work and dedication. A farm gal. That's so
Aw,
nice. Thank
thank
you.
you.
We always appreciate getting nice reviews like that. It keeps us motivated to keep going. Um, okay, one of my favorite episodes, speaking of reviews, happened around Christmas, our first season. Someone left us a 1-star review, and I don't know what kind. I was in a not great mood when we were recording, and I was very easy to trigger. And this review, I'm pretty sure it was a joke, but I didn't take it as a joke, and I ripped this person a new butthole and called them a lint liquor for leaving us a 1-star review. And anytime one of us does something, we call each other a lint liquor, or so
So we're so mature.
we are so mature, and we try not to swear too much on here either. So I feel like lint liquor is one of the worst insults you can be called without actually swearing. So
And I feel like if you don't understand the reference,
I can't help you.
maybe
You're too young.
yeah, maybe Google it. It was
Google
a
it.
commercial.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was a commercial for, but
That was also kind of a cool episode. I don't know if this was the same one, but when we wrangled up a bunch of small businesses and put them together for Giving Friday or Small
yeah.
Business Friday, whatever it was, and had a list of like all Wisconsin businesses and or just like small businesses in general, to promote them during the holiday season. So you're shopping small instead of
We should do
Amazon
that
stuff all the
again.
time. That was good. We should do an updated one this holiday season. So if you're a small business owner and you have some deals and steals coming up this holiday season, let us know and we can give you a little shout out.
Yeah.
Who else have we had on? One of my favorite interviews, the one that I was most nervous about reaching out to, was during Earth Day a couple years ago. We had, if you're familiar with the Meat Eater show and podcast, we had Doug Duran on. He is from Cazenovia, Wisconsin, and he is just a conservationist and does some really cool things around whitetail deer and conservationship and stuff. And we had him on, and that was a really fun conversation. He has a lot of really cool stories. I feel like we recorded with him for like almost 2 hours. I feel like we had him on and he just like started telling stories and I didn't hit record right away. And like midway
Yeah,
through conversation, I was like, oh shoot, boop.
yeah, we were talking for probably a good hour before we actually started recording it.
Yeah. So if you're into that kind of thing, he's a fun one to listen to. I think those are probably my top choices.
Not to wrap this up, but I have
Are your
someone
children
coming to
escaping?
No, I just have someone coming to get eggs soon. My chickens are
Fine.
not laying very well.
Uh
But I
oh.
mean it's been super hot, so like I get it, but yeah, I finally wrangled up some eggs for this person and she's coming in a little bit. So,
Okay.
anyways, we are so glad that you guys have chosen us to listen to and to entertain you. I hope we entertain at least. But yeah, 4.5 seasons down, and I don't know. I feel like after when we started, I was like, how are we gonna?
Have
How do
enough
you
to
keep?
talk about.
Yeah, how do you keep a podcast going for so long? But we've just done it, and it's
we
been
just
fun.
we just go. Yeah. So if you guys have any topics that you want us to cover, whether it be farm related, mom related, life related, whatever, or if you have a guest that you want to have us reach out to, or if you want to come on, let us know. We'd be happy to chit chat about it more. So let us know. Probably the easiest way to get a hold of us is either through Forward Farming Instagram page or reach out to us directly. I'm at Cranberry Chats. Becca's at beccahilby. And if you like us, please give us a rating and review. We love seeing them, even though we don't check that often. When we do find them, it's a fun surprise. We just appreciate you guys being here. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.